Federal High Court in Lagos has granted an interim injunction preventing the Nigeria Police Force and the Lagos State Commissioner of Police from harassing, intimidating, threatening with arrest, or publicly portraying human rights activist and former presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore as a wanted person. The order issued by Justice Musa Kakaki on Wednesday will remain in force pending the hearing of the motion on notice. Justice Kakaki's interim order explicitly restrains the respondents from taking any steps that would stigmatize or criminalize the applicant outside the due process of law. The injunction operates as an immediate legal check on public declarations and police conduct while the substantive motion is pending before the court. Speaking shortly after the ruling, Mr. Sowore characterized the judgment as a vindication of civil rights and judicial independence. He singled out Commissioner Jimoh Moshood, accusing him of long-standing incompetence and political bias. Sowore referenced past incidents to illustrate his concerns about the commissioner's conduct. "Do you remember the man who used to work with Saraki in Kwara State?" Sowore said. "In 2019, when they arrested a journalist who now runs People's Gazette, he was the police PRO, disastrous and unprofessional. He even brought someone to tear gas us that day." Sowore recounted that he traveled to Lagos specifically to participate in a protest after being told he could not. According to him, the police commissioner publicly declared that nobody has a right to protest in Lagos, an assertion Sowore described as both legally and constitutionally untenable. After attending the protest, Sowore claims the commissioner declared him wanted. "Conduct the court has now restrained. I came to Lagos because he invited me. I had just left to give a speech when I heard that he said I could not come to Lagos. How can a police commissioner say that Lagos doesn't have the right to protest?" Sowore framed the court's decision as a broader defense of citizens' rights and an opportunity to challenge what he described as arbitrary state power. He also spoke candidly about his motives, including a reference to a N500 million claim he intends to pursue, and mixed humor with seriousness when he quipped he would spend recovered funds on food that sustains him. "When he discovered that I actually went to the protest, he became upset. He lost his mind and declared me wanted. We decided we would challenge him for that. When I get it, I will use it to buy more ABA, which is where I get my strength from." Beyond the legal contest, Sowore used the platform to issue a wide-ranging appeal to Nigerians to resist injustice, corruption, and state neglect. He drew parallels between domestic governance failures and international examples and argued that the state's response to poverty, insecurity, and economic hardship constitutes a form of systemic harm. "There is genocide being carried out systematically by the Nigerian state against its people. Hunger, starvation, and corruption are forms of genocide. Deliberately starving people is genocide." Sowore maintained that his struggle is inclusive and non-sectarian, stressing that his advocacy is for all Nigerians, regardless of ethnicity, gender, age, or sexual orientation. "My fight for justice doesn't consider whether you are Yoruba, Hausa, or Igbo. I am for everybody, whether you like me or not. I believe that in our lifetime, this country deserves better." Lead counsel Tope Temokun welcomed the ruling and emphasized its legal import. Temokun clarified that the court's orders serve as a direct notice to the Lagos State Commissioner of Police and effectively suspended the declaration made on 3rd November 2025. The court granted an interim injunction restraining the respondent, particularly the Commissioner of Police of Lagos State, from harassing, intimidating, threatening with arrest, arresting, or in any manner portraying the applicant as a wanted person, pending the hearing of the motion on notice. Temokun described the orders as a reaffirmation of the role of the courts in safeguarding citizens from extrajudicial proclamations, and stressed that any declaration of a person as wanted must be grounded in lawful investigation and procedure. Under the law, the police do not have the power to wake up and describe somebody as wanted at a distance without invitation or without any criminal investigation. if your power is not derived from the law, it is illegal. Both Sowore and his counsel praised the judge for taking and deciding the matter despite the late hour, underscoring the importance of judicial courage and the public's role in sustaining faith in the judiciary. We have hope in the court, and that hope was justified and validated today, Temokun said. The judge waited until this hour to take the application. He read through everything, wrote in longhand, and delivered a ruling granting these orders. Sowore also claimed that the Department of State Services, DSS, attempted to declare him wanted in Abuja. He framed this as part of a broader effort to silence dissent and to criminalize political speech, citing his public criticism of political leaders as the ostensible justification. In fact, I just read that in Abuja, the DSS was trying to declare me wanted while I was also declared wanted in Lagos because they said I called Tinubu a criminal. The interim injunction remains in place while the court considers the substantive motion. Sowore's legal team has signaled an intention to pursue full remedies, including damages, and to contest any steps taken by security agencies that are not backed by lawful process. As Temokun summarized, the order puts the police's November 3rd declaration in abeyance and reaffirms the principle that state power must be exercised according to law. He urged citizens to remain engaged with and supportive of the judicial process as the definitive arena for resolving such disputes.